So to end our conversation with tooling, the last thing I want to go over is just some random miscellaneous tools you'll need. I couldn't list everything here, and during the course of the build and the videos, if you see me using something, just make a note of it. But I really wanted to just go over the really expensive tools, the things you absolutely need to have, like the table saw and a router and a miter saw, because those are separate. They're big investments in some cases, and they can really stretch your budget. But there's a host of small stuff. So one of them is a speed square. We use this all the time. So this goes on the side of a board. You can draw a quick line with it. Speed square is great. Definitely use one. I've got a couple of them. The other thing I would recommend, you can tape measure. Get a couple tape measures and have extra pencils, because you will find that when you're building your cabinets, you spend about half your time looking for the tape measure and the pencil and your safety glasses. I mean, you end up walking like, where did I put that stuff? I mean, that's like half of the cabinet build is looking for your crap. So have a couple tape measures and some pencils. You need screwdrivers. Found a couple other things I wanted to show you. One of them is this reversible bit. This is from Cobalt. I got this at Lowe's, I guess. And it's got a Phillips head on one side, and I pull this up, flip it over, and it's got a what do you call that? It's called a drill bit. It's got a drill bit with a countersink attached to it. So this is an awesome tool, and it's probably only $10, but it saves you a lot of time. The other thing you could do is maybe have a countersink bit and one drill and the Phillips on another. If you want to do that, that's a really good idea, but this thing is phenomenal. So we won't be using a lot of Phillips heads and this kind of stuff during cabinet construction, but part of the beauty of building your own cabinets is those cabinets that no one sees the sides of because they're sandwiched in between cabinets. You can put screws right through the sides of those cabinets because no one's going to see them. Cabinet manufacturers can't do that because they have to build a cabinet to go anywhere. You're going to build your cabinets for where they are exactly going. And if no one's going to see the sides of this sink cabinet because it's in the middle of a row of cabinets, you can put Phillips head screws right through the side of that. No one's ever going to see them. So having a tool like this is really helpful. The other thing you'll need is maybe some push sticks for your table saw. This lets you push wood through without keeping your fingers out of the way. Shop vac's a really good thing to have. I've got a dust collector, like a big dust collector from Jet. They're only a couple $100, but again, these things start to add up. So if you have a shop vac, that's really all you need. If you have a thickness planer, I would say, or a joiner, you really need a shop vac or a dust collection system. For most people, if you're just using the miter saw and the table saw and the router table, just a standard shop vac to be able to clean up after yourself is probably plenty. But if you're going to be making a mess, then consider getting a dust collector. I think that's it. Went over clamps, table saw, miter saw, router table, joiner, thickness planer, sander clamps, dovetail jig. I think that's it for the tools. If you have any questions about any of the tools we talked about during this lesson, shoot me an email. I'm going to have a link of there'll be affiliate links to all of these products that I recommend below this or in the show notes for this particular course. Feel free to use them or just get them wherever you feel like.